you been told that your little one is disruptive in class, not paying attention, not following instructions, and just mucking about? Have you been told that your child possibly have attention deficit disorder or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and that is why they're disruptive and you need to sort it out? Hi there, it's Neesha from My Favorite Physio. In today's video, I'm jumping in to talk about 3 reasons why a child may be mucking about in class, not following instructions, and being disruptive. So here at My Favorite Physio, we see lots of little ones who are school age. It is not uncommon that we see little ones who come in with their parents who say to us they have been told by the teacher that their child is not paying attention, it's disruptive, that there's something wrong with them. It could be attention deficit disorder or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or even perhaps just poor discipline at home. So I thought I'd jump in and clarify that there's actually 3 possible causes for a child to appear to be disruptive and inattentive in class. And unless we determine what's the real cause behind why a child is struggling in school, for them to react in that way, mucking about or being funny so that people will like them, it is probably unfair to a child to jump to conclusion that it is attention deficit disorder or that it is attention hyperactivity disorder requiring medication to calm them down. And worst off, it's not fair for families to be told your child is probably ill-disciplined. That's why they muck up in class. So the 3 things to consider is this. Number 1, is your child actually hearing and seeing things clearly? So sometimes children can't hear very well, so they can't follow the instructions, and the teacher might think they're just mucking about. So first thing you need to do is have their hearing tested. What about vision? Have you had your child's vision tested? It is important to check out that they're seeing things well, because sometimes children can't read what's on the board, and so they don't know what's going on and they're struggling with following instructions. Those 2 issues can be corrected and fixed very quickly and easily once we know what the problem is. The second thing to do is to have your child's gross motor skills assessed. It is not uncommon that we see these school-age children who actually are weak in the core muscles, struggling with balance coordination, that they can't motor plan. So they are not able to follow 2-step, 3-step instructions to do things because they're not able to motor plan very well. We will find that the children with poorer gross motor skills tend to struggle more, and there are 2 things they might do is either 1, muck around and have fun so that they are liked by others when others laugh at them or with them, or 2, they will withdraw and not participate into activities because they feel they can't do it like other children are doing. So, they will either withdraw and not participate, or they'll get really funny and clowny and muck about to get attention in a more positive way in their perspective. So gross motor skills assessment is a really important thing to look at, and pediatric physiotherapists can do that. The third thing is to look at their fine motor skills. So very often children may also struggle with the upper limb and coordination. So when it comes to writing tasks, it's really difficult for them. If they have visual processing problems, they're not able to follow what's on the board to copy down onto their books. And so they're not paying attention because it's frustrating for them. They can't carry out that task. As a result, you'll find a child is not doing their work in class, they're not reading, they're not following through, and they look like they're mucking about. So it's really important to assess your little one's fine motor skills as well. Here at My Favorite Physio, we carry out a special assessment called the Burnings, which looks at a child's development overall. Their gross motor skills, their motor planning, their fine motor skills, their coordination, their strength and agility, to determine if a child has multiple areas of weakness. And if they do, they may actually have something called developmental coordination disorder, which impacts their motor planning, their ability to follow steps, So as a result, you may find a child struggling and mucking about in class. So instead of jumping to conclusion that a child has autism or attention deficit disorder or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder requiring medication, these are 3 things that needs to be done before we jump to conclusion. If you have a little one out there that you're experiencing these problems and issues with, why don't you ring us here at My Favorite Physio, speak to one of our expert pediatric physiotherapists. The number to ring is 02-9790-4233. And if you know somebody out there in your wall who has a little one that they're struggling in school with, why don't you like and share this video with them? Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye.